What stupid thing did I say? Hello there. Hopefully you're recovered from last week's negative surplus mind conundrum, because it's time for your next week in review. Power prices remained above £100 per megawatt hour all week, a big contrast from the last couple of weeks where prices fell close to zero on several occasions. Higher demand, including a possible triad on Monday, combined with lower wind generation, meant the maximum day-ahead price this week was up 20% from last week. Import availability from Europe prevented prices from rising even higher, meaning there was a significant drop in spreads and a subsequent decrease in potential day-ahead trading revenues for batteries. Elsewhere, saturation in high-frequency dynamic regulation saw prices drop 70% from last week. However, prices in the low-frequency response service returned to the sorts of levels last seen in the middle of November. This means that dynamic regulation shot up our market leaderboard, even overtaking firm frequency response as the most lucrative market for 2-hour systems this week. Day-ahead trading dropped out of the top 3 entirely due to those lower spreads already mentioned. Next week, demand is expected to be much lower, peaking at 41.4 gigawatts. Alongside an expected pickup in wind generation, this leaves us with a healthy looking surplus. In other news, National Grid ESO activated its demand flexibility service on Monday and Tuesday in order to maintain adequate surplus power levels. The service asks consumers to reduce their demand by avoiding the use of high energy appliances such as washing machines during peak times. Up until now, all demand flexibility service events have been tests, with Mondays being the first live event. Clearly, a lot of people were looking to find out more about the service. Google Trends data shows that searches for demand flexibility service peaked in popularity this week. Activating the service comes at a cost to the ESO, leading many within the wider industry to question whether those events were value for money, as there appeared to be other cheaper alternatives in the market at those times. And this is me, Matt Middleton, saying goodbye. Goodbye. Hello there.